Hello guys, welcome back to SP70. I am your host Shubham Pujari and today we'll be talking about Apple WWDC event in short, about the things you might have known or you might have missed. So WWDC, as you all know, is the annual Apple Worldwide Developer Conference where many of the developers worldwide get an opportunity to meet thousands of Apple engineers, and also the time when Apple announces their future hardware and software programs. So this year, for the first time in history, Apple decided to do the event online due to the pandemic situation we have to deal with. A lot of things they already said have been among us for the past few days. I'll just quickly summarize some of them and add a couple of things that I feel might have went unheard. Lots of updates for the iPadOS, iOS, macOS and the watchOS. So let's just jump in. Let's start with the iOS 14. The latest iOS 14 has received much of the necessary tweaks every iPhone user ever wished of. Widgets on the home screen with some personalization capability. You can add a smart stack of widgets intelligently curated based on the apps, and the right widget will show up automatically at the right time. App drawer to arrange accordingly to categories, creating less clutter. iOS 14 automatically organizes all of your apps into one simple, easy to navigate view, and apps are sorted by category. Compact call notification, picture in picture mode for videos, new memojis, new age options and face coverings to choose from, over 20 new hair and headwear styles to reflect your hobby, profession and personality, improved maps with new features and accessibility in new countries. Redesigned compact Siri interaction. Now you can get your Siri results without leaving your context, thanks to the new compact Siri interface, Car Key and CarPlay. Now that's quite a list, knowing that Apple also announced update for macOS, iPadOS and watchOS. Now let's begin with iPadOS. Redesigned widgets, new app design with better functionality, compact calls and search bar. The new Scribble, which lets you now use the Apple Pencil confidently than ever before. Many of the features same as iOS 14 but tweaked for the iPadOS. The AirPods Pro also gets spatial audio, which essentially gives the user a better 3D surround sound. They also pack in seamless automatic switching between all the Apple devices. The newest watchOS 7 was also announced with some add-ons and a highly requested feature. Yes, the sleep tracking. Finally, the watchOS 7 gets sleep tracker and we'll have to wait and see how good they have designed it. But it's 2020 and we need something to make it special. There you have it, a 20-second hand wash observer specially for you who makes sure you don't waste the 15-second hand washing, pushing you to do the extra 5 seconds, and that makes all the difference. Now, coming to the biggest update we witnessed in WWDC. The macOS Big Sur, and they are calling it the macOS 11. Apple has done a big overhaul over its existing macOS, and it is very evident from just its redesign. With such big software update to the macOS, we can see many new tweaks with redesigned apps, notification center, app icons, start page and much more. But hey, it's 2020, remember? Now we get Apple Silicon chipset on Mac devices instead of Intel. The Apple Silicon, as reported from Apple, gives better performance compared to the Intel chipsets, while churning less battery, thus making it highly advanced, if not the best. The existing Macs will receive all the support, while the transition to Apple Silicon compatible everything would take 2 years. So, that's quite a lot of updates from Apple in WWDC 2020, and developer betas have been rolling in.
So that's it from WWDC 2020, and here's a few things that you might have missed.
During the entire presentation, Apple has made it evident from its updates and advancements in softwares how serious privacy is at Apple. App permission and website control with complete transparency towards the user feels like a good step towards privacy.
Like it said, data not stored is data not leaked. Lastly, regarding the Apple Car Key.
For which BMW becomes the first automobile manufacturer to use a digital car key. A lot of confusion and doubts about what would happen if someone stole your phone and drove off with your car, or what would happen if the phone battery drains out.
First of all, even if someone gets your phone, he won't be able to unlock your car unless and until he unlocks your phone, I guess. And secondly, if your iPhone battery drains out, Apple still says it will work up to 5 hours. Also, a side note, while we wrap this up, the production quality of the event was the best we have experienced, especially with the wonderful drone shots at the start of the event and at the end. If you haven't checked it out, there's a link in the description box for the Apple event. Feel free to check it out. So that's it for this video. I'll see you next time around. Peace.